The youths of the Diocese of Abuja under the Anglican Youth Fellowship gathered for the second edition of the annual marriage seminar themed Singles and Married Connect, held at the Basilica of Grace Anglican Church, Gudu District, Abuja. ACNN News correspondent Charles Philip Owakolam tells us more.
Even without telling Adam, when Adam know God, he knew that something went out of me. A man cannot be complete without a wife.
The annual marriage seminar of the Anglican Youth Fellowship Abuja Diocesan Council held successfully for the second consecutive year at the Basilica of Grace Church, Kudu, Abuja. The youths considered the theme, Marriage on Purpose, discussing ways of building good and godly homes in marriage.
So as we grow, especially as youths, we intentionally try to take people to identify their God-given purposes and also ensure that they are fulfilled.
It takes a lot in marriage. It takes a lot of hard work. You have to be purpose-driven. You must have the mindset of which you want to see in your marriage. Many divorce in the society today. That's why we had to sit as young ones, interact within ourselves and ask ourselves what we need to put in the right place.
The 7 hours program featured worship, prayers, discussions with seasoned guest ministers such as evangelist Chibuzo Anunando, Barrister Mrs. Chikodi Okore, Evangelist Joseph Motuga, and Sister Blessing Christian.
We must have a purpose. You don't just jump into relationships.
The youths were at the course of the program engaged in sharing their own experiences as well as sharing their thoughts on other topical issues.
Programs like this are actually meant to help our youths to make the right choices, especially with relationships and marriage. It's a very good avenue to actually reorientate ourselves and let's understand what God's purpose for marriage and relationship is. And I think it's a very good avenue because from what has been discussed, I'm very sure that a lot of people are evaluating their relationships, and some who have maybe closed their minds up to relationship have seen the need to actually go into one because it's something that's profitable and it's something that is ordained by God. And it's something that is beneficial to both parties when they go into it.
In the way of choosing the right partner, many people are really mistaken. And it leads to destructions at the end of everything because we have actually heard a lot in this program that has to tell us procedures and ways we need to follow in order to get the right partner of our lives. Not going the other way because at the end it's not always sweet.
I enjoyed the program. And it's a very good platform where youths, male and female, comes together to connect, to know themselves. You make new friends. It's not all about relationships.
I care not to know who is standing against your relationship. I pray for you. The Lord will disgrace them in the name of Jesus.
With programs such as this, the Abuja Diocesan Council of Anglican Youth Fellowship aims at building couples with good homes in the nearest future.
Of course, in fulfilling God's purpose in one's life, you find out that it is a gradual process. It's very progressive. And so we need to intentionally be aware of the fact that marriage is part of growth in one's life. So we cannot separate marriage from the growth process. So we need to intentionally ensure that in terms of marriage we need to fulfill our purpose. So that was what informed us in our choice. And also in planning for our marriage, we need to be intentional about the choices we make.
Charles Philip Owakolam, ACNNTV News.